Switch topics now and talk about the counties. And Boni Halwale, I'll start with you on this. There is an accusation that the Kenya Kwanza senators voted against 417 billion shillings to be 407 billion shillings to be taken to counties and ended up with 385 billion. First, how do you explain this to the people of Kakamega that you, as their senator, who is supposed to defend counties, cut the money that was supposed to be sent to them, or voted against them getting more allocation of money?
I am very lucky that I have been given an opportunity to speak to a matter of grave national importance, like sharing of revenue. It is myopic and simplistic to make the public believe that what was taking place in Parliament was voting to deny counties money. Far from it. There has never been that kind of motion, that kind of bill, that kind of agenda in the Senate. What was in the Senate, and thanks to political posturing, people don't realize that what was in the Senate was lawmaking. And the law we were speaking to is sharing of revenue between national and county government. It's called the Division of Revenue Bill. When you are sharing this revenue, you are supposed to balance between the national needs and the county needs, so that both levels of government are functional. Before I delve any further, let me remind members of the public why I'm so happy the way I voted and the way I whipped colleagues in line with my responsibility for us to see the motion through. It is because when you are voted into office, you're given power and authority. What you are not given is a responsibility. It's up to you to exercise that power and authority responsibly. So to go to the Senate and start howling the way I saw Azimio colleagues howling, that let money go to the counties, it is exercising power and authority without responsibility. Responsibility demanded that we balance the national interest against the county interest so that we can move on and drag on until the next financial year. Why am I using those English words? It is because we inherited from our handshake brothers who preceded us a huge public debt crisis. So if you completely refuse to see that debt crisis that the country is in and not allow the national government to be in a position to address the national crisis, we will just march on, and by the next financial year, we are finished. Let me give the example of a dairy farmer. A dairy farmer knows that for him to milk this cow in the evening, having milked in the morning, he has to balance the milk he gets in the morning, consume enough, but sell enough to make sure that what makes the cow productive is also accounted for. In this case, we are talking about dairy meal, we are talking about the actual treatment, we are talking about acaricides, we are talking about paying the worker. If you just say, let me drink all the milk, and you don't address these things, then be prepared that the following day, the following week, the following month, you will not be having a cow to milk.
But you
I want to appeal to governance
of counties.
I want to appeal.
Whose interest are you acting on now?
In the greater national interest. Once you address national interest, you have addressed national interest, county interest, individual interest. Anything else is self defeating. And I am not a visitor in Parliament like, not a visitor, I'm not a newcomer in Parliament like my two colleagues here. I have gone through many division of revenue bills, and I know what eventually comes out of it. If we had chosen the route that the senator was saying, we would be delaying the budget process now because we would have differed with the National Assembly, we would have gone to a mediation committee, and in the mediation committee, we would have said these things we are saying, and still we would come with the figure that we have said.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sifuna,